Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you again, as always giving you some hopefully helpful tips and advice on Carnival Cruise Line cruises. Today I'm taking you on a tour around a Spirit class ship, specifically the Carnival Legend, but it will pretty much be the same on the Legend, the Spirit, the Miracle or the Pride. Apologies in advance for the not exactly professional camera work. I was being as steady as I could. Subsequently, I have purchased one of them steadier cam things for my GoPro, so future tours hopefully will look a bit better than this. I don't think it's terrible, but it ain't great. Bear with it. If you're going on these ships, hopefully this will help you get more of an understanding or more of a feel for what the ship looks like. I personally love the Spirit class. They got more decks where you can walk all the way through from front to back than the other classes do. You don't have to keep going up a deck to come down a deck and stuff like that. But I'm going to do this, which is pretty much a full ship tour. And then if you think that's too long, which is going to be quite long, I'm going to break it down into individual videos for each specific deck that I covered on this. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy a tour of Carnival Legend. We're going to start you forward on deck 2. This is the main theatre. I don't spend too much time in there. I'm not really a big fan of the shows. That's just me personally, and I don't play bingo, so you ain't going to see me in there very much. But this is forward on deck 2, and it'll go up to deck 3 and 4. And then we're coming back into the ship. On the opposite side of here, on this deck, is the entry down to the comedy club, which randomly is on deck 1. There's some of the guys putting the towel animals out. Yes, this was towel animal day around the ship. You'll see more of that coming up. Now we're going to walk down deck 2. On the right there is your cash machine. People working right there. This is where they do a lot of the trivia. In this particular area here, you got your coffee shop right there. A lot of people spend a lot of time there. I don't like coffee, so you won't see me there either. There's my spot. There's the Red Frog Pub. Huge, isn't it? We had so much fun in there. Live bands in there at night and singers and all that good stuff. We're keeping on walking down here. There's the back end of the trivia area. In there would be the sports bar. You can walk directly past that and get into the casino area as well. There's your shopping expert standing right there. And we'll continue walking down. There's your internet cafe. You can log into Carnival websites for free if you don't have an internet plan. And we're into the casino. This is all still on deck 2. Nice large casino. We do the slot tournament. We do the blackjack tournament most of the time. Don't really gamble much, but there are specific gambling credits for cruises. I have another video on that. If you are a gambler, check out my video on that. You can get a lot of perks if you're a big gambler on Carnival Cruise Lines. Free cruises and all that good stuff. Free drinks, lots of things you can do. There's another ATM machine. You can check your portfolio. You can break bills down in there and everything like that. The sign and sale kiosk is what they call that. There's an ATM. We'll keep walking down. We're coming into the main atrium lobby bar in a minute. There is your sushi place. They don't have these. This is Bonsai Sushi. They don't have this on every cruise ship, but they do have it on the Spirit class. There's your lobby atrium bar. They'll do a lot of bands and everything in here. Some trivia as well. More trivia at the back by the Red Frog, but they'll do some trivia up here. There is on the left there was the guest services desk. On the right is the shore excursions desk. Again, there's guest services. We'll keep coming back up here. I'm going to walk back around because I want to walk on the other side. There's more stuff to see on the other side coming down, but there's your main elevators. Again, there's your lobby bar we're going to walk through. Don't worry if you're looking up above, we're going to get to deck 3 in a minute. I warned you this is a long one. So we're going to keep going down deck 2. We are still on deck 2. Lots to do, as you can see. I love the fact you can walk all the way along so many of these decks and not have to go up and down the whole time. We are coming up to Julie's favorite bar on the ship. This is the Alchemy Bar area. Right there is your Alchemy Bar. Bands will play on the far side there, right on that stage. We spend a lot of time here before dinner, grabbing her cruisers and whatever drink she has. Actually, the cruiser's up top. I don't know what she drinks. There's the nightclub. And we're coming into the main dining room at the back here. Now we're on deck 3. Once again, we're coming from forward to the back. Not so much to do on deck 3 as there is on deck 2, but there is still some stuff up here that you're going to appreciate in a second. Coming up down here, you've got the chapel and the library. There's your chapel. There's your library. And immediately to the left of the chapel, we have the piano bar. Don't ask me why they put the piano bar next to the chapel. But there is your piano bar. Again, this is deck 3. Spent a lot of time in there as well myself. We had a really good piano player on board here. Jonathan's great. There's loads of good piano bar players. I do recommend going in there. If you're easily offended, don't stay late. Continue walking down here. You're going to come up to Pixels, where you can get all your pictures. But first, we're going to go through the shops. So here's all your shops. We just went past Cherry on Top. There it is. And these are all your other main shops here. Again, this is deck 3. All sorts of different shops selling all sorts of different things, as you would expect. You can charge everything to your room and never know how much you're spending until the end. Haha. They'll have a lot of specials through the week. So if you're looking at buying something like jewelry or whatever, look out for specials. They have them all week long. So that's your shopping area. We're going to keep walking up, and just up ahead of here is the Pixels. There's a little special sale of something they had there on the right for the shops. Here's your pictures. A lot of the newer ships, they have this all done digitally now, but some of the older ships, they still post all the pictures. So everybody comes down, you look to the area where you had your picture taken, they'll be labeled, like dining room, whatever. So you can go to a specific area where that picture was taken from and go through everybody else's picture until you find yours. If you don't like it, you throw it away. If you do like it, you come here and you buy it. We're going to keep going down here. We've got your art gallery coming up. And then another bar area at the end here. They do some presentations and stuff up here. Not too much going on at this end though. And again, this is the upper level of the restaurant. This particular morning we had the green eggs and ham breakfast for the kids. So there's too much going on to go in there and take video, but trust me, the restaurant is in there up here, deck 2 and deck 3. Now we're up on the Lido. This is deck 9. We're starting at Serenity deck. We're going to take you out and show you the Serenity deck right here. God bless you if you're still watching this. What brilliant camera work I have. So this is Serenity deck. It's never going to be this empty, I can promise you that. But on a cruise to Alaska early in the morning when it's kind of overcast and drizzly and cold and windy, there's not too many people out there. But you do this on a Caribbean cruise, watch out. There's your pool. They have all these little cabanas, chairs, hot tub. BK would be in that by now. That's my buddy. So this is your Serenity deck area. Again, this will get very, very popular on a warm day on most ships. But you look at that sky. It wasn't the nicest day. But that's Alaska for you. Speaking of which, these are the most common types of ships that do the Alaska cruises. I don't think I've seen a different one do it. So if you're going to Alaska, this is pretty much going to be your ship type, Spirit class. There's your bar in the Serenity deck. And now we're going to take you in through the rest of the Lido and show you the restaurants that they have up there. That's where you get your towels, if you need them. And here we go. Everybody eating breakfast. This is where all the people are that should be outside sunbathing. So you're basically going to go through here every morning, get your food, whatever you want, and find a place to sit and eat. And the menu options are bountiful, shall we say. Loads of different options, as you're going to see walking through here, of different things you can get. You can get salads, you can get hot buffets. Obviously the pizza is going to be up here. Everything. There's your continental breakfast. Looking out at the ocean. Bad timing, because the next day there was a pod of sea orcas that went through right to the side of the ship. That would have been good if I caught that. We're continuing down at more restaurants, more buffet lines. There's your omelette station. One of them, they have 2 or 3 omelette stations on board. Here's your main buffet for breakfast. This will switch over obviously to a lunch buffet and then switch over again to a dinner buffet if you don't want to eat in the main dining room. My mate Mal lives up here, the Aussie. I don't really eat up here, to be honest. Very rarely do I do that buffet. No reason, just choose not to. So continuing down, there's more space to sit and eat. And guess what? There's another area for food. It's kind of duplicating a lot of what we've already gone around. They'll have it at the front and the back. So if you see a big line at one buffet, the same buffet is going to be at the other end. See if the line's just the same at that one. There's your drink stations. Feel like deja vu. Feel like you've been here already. But nope, this is the same one we just saw. They just doubled it. And we're going to continue walking down here. And at the end of here, on the right-hand side, you are going to see the Blue Iguana Cantina, which is one place I do go to a lot. They do great breakfast burritos, but a lot of people don't realize they do amazing lunchtime food as well. They do these bowls where you can get shrimp, chicken, anything you want in them. This is one of the places I do lunch a lot. The Blue Iguana Cantina. The taco station there, and then the other side, the right side there was a buffet with burritos. And there's your topping station. When you're finished, your salsa bar, as they say. I get a lot of cilantro and stuff on there. There's your seasonings and what have you for your burritos and tacos. Like I said, this was Towel Day. One day every cruise, usually you'll find the staff will make a bunch of towel animals and you'll wake up to an invasion of them on the Lido deck. You notice this one's covered. This is where they do a lot of the events on that stage there. This roof is covered because it was a cold day. But the roof is normally open, obviously, on a Caribbean cruise and what have you. There was Guy's Burger Joint. I have a separate video on that. More seating tables. And this particular area is where they'll do like the hairy chest contest and all that good stuff. There's your pool on the left there. Not going to lie, I've never been in a pool on a Carnival cruise ship. 33 cruises and counting, and never got in that pool. No reason, just don't. Here's my favorite place on the ship, the Red Frog Bar. And on the opposite side will be the Blue Iguana. I like the Red Frog because I have my Presidente and my red stripe. Kind of, you get used to a certain beer. Don't think that beer is going to be in every bar on the ship. They have some bars that have certain beers that you cannot find at others. Like if you like Kirin, that's going to be in the sushi, but not anywhere else. So Bonsai Sushi is the only one that will carry some of those on this particular ship. Now we're getting towards the back pool. More towel animals. As you can see how quiet it is. There was one of those weird cruises where nobody really went out on the deck. But you get the gist of how much space there is to do things and lose yourself. Even though there's a lot of people on the ship, there's plenty of places to go and not be overcrowded. Hot tubs everywhere. Have a towel desk there. And you think it's all over. Not yet. We're going to come back here. We're now coming up to the front of the ship. So this we came from the back. And what we're going to come across on here on the right sides, you've got like the gym and you've got the spa and all that good stuff. So as you can see, it's quite a long way to walk from one end to the other, which is what we've just done, pretty much. The view can be amazing from up here on a good day. Well, we're in Alaska, so the view was great every day. But as you can see, it's overcast today, not the nicest day. So we're just going to finish up our little tour of the Lido in a second. I'm going to show you inside the gym. So we basically just doubled all the way around. On the right-hand side now is we're just going past the gym, and then the spa is coming up. But obviously, I didn't want to pan in and look in on the spa, but that's where it is right there. Now I'm going to take you into the gym. I'm sure you're going to spend a lot of time in there. I do, on some of the longer cruises, try and work out every day if I can. I do an hour on max incline. Burn myself 1,000 calories, get myself ready for the day. But this is your gym. A lot of people don't realize this, but there's another hot tub in here that nobody ever uses right there. And you've got a lot of the machines down here, the running machines and treadmills and stuff. And then up top, you've got a lot more of the weights. And there'll be a bunch of classes if you want to do anything in the mornings. You can check in on your fun times or on your hub app, and they'll list all the things you can do in groups and classes and stuff. They'll cost you extra, but you can totally do anything you want like that. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. This is deck 10 and 11. There's the ping pong, which for some reason is always outside in the wind. No comment. This is the deck above Lido. And this is where you have all your sports, mostly on the ship. But more decks to lay out if you want to. There's the roof that was covering the Lido deck. On a sunny day, obviously that would be opened, like this deck is. Right there. And in a minute, we're going to make our way up to the top level. But there's your hot tub I walked past you just now on the Lido deck, deck 9. We're on deck 10 right now. We're about to go up to deck 11. Excitement galore, I can tell. If anybody is still listening, I'm probably the only one. I'm sure everybody else has quit by now. Free cruise if you're still listening. Honest. There's your golf. And it's your golf course right there. There'll be an area in here where you can just pick up clubs and balls. There's your basketball. Football. It's not soccer, it's football. Remember that. Use your feet, not your hands. This is also the running track, as you can see the blue. If you want to go jogging in the morning. And there will usually be quite a lot of people doing that. Not on this particular cruise, but usually it's quite busy. I was very lucky to get this video with so few people in it. And we're coming back around, and there you are. So this is the conclusion of my little ship's tour of the Spirit class, specifically Carnival Legend. I hope it was helpful. I'm shocked you're still here. So there you have it, Cruising World. That's a lengthy, shall we say, tour of Carnival Legend. If you're still with me, God bless you. I probably wouldn't be. That was a long one. If you're not with me, you don't even know I'm saying this. But hopefully you'll enjoy it. We love the Spirit class of ships. I love the Dream class and the Spirit class, probably my two favorites. I love them all. I love the Conquest class. Kind of think of it, there isn't a class I don't like. Anyway, you'll love these ships if you go on. They're one of the few ships, like I said, where you go from front to back without having to change decks all the time. And there's just an easy layout to understand. So if you're going on a Spirit class ship, hopefully you enjoyed that. As usual, if you have any questions, email me. Contact my boy David Trinos. His contact information is coming up after this if you're looking at booking a cruise. See you later, Cruising World. Email me anytime, cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. If you're looking to book a cruise, contact the best in the fleet, David Chirinos. He is awesome. Tell him I sent you. He'll take care of you and make sure your cruise is awesome.